Hello and welcome. This week, we are studying a sophisticated grammar structure, passive infinitives. You likely already know the active infinitive, which is simply to plus a verb, like to do or to eat. But the passive infinitive is different. It focuses on the person or thing receiving the action, not the one doing it. The structure is very consistent. It always begins with to be, followed immediately by a past participle. For example, to be done, to be cleaned, to be chosen. Passive infinitives function as nouns in a sentence. This means you can put them in the position of an object after the verb, or in the position of a subject at the start of the sentence. Let's look at how this works. One of the most common ways we use this structure is with the verb need. Imagine a broken car. The car cannot fix itself. Someone else must do it. So we say, the car needs to be fixed. Here, to be is followed by fixed, which is the past participle of the verb fix. Let's look at household chores. We often focus on the work, not the worker. Question: what needs to be done? Answer: the house needs to be cleaned. Notice we don't say the house needs to clean. That would mean the house is holding a broom. We say the house needs to be cleaned because the house receives the action. Here are a few more examples using irregular verbs. Chop. The vegetables need to be chopped. Milk. The cows need to be milked. In all these examples, the passive infinitive acts as the direct object of the verb need. We can use passive infinitives after other verbs like hope, want, plan, and expect. Look at this sentence. He hopes to be hired. He isn't doing the hiring. He is waiting for someone to hire him. She needs to be fed. They plan to be married. Let's look at a deeper emotional example. She wants to be loved. Here, to be loved functions as the object. She wants to receive love. Now, let's broaden the lesson. We can take that phrase, to be loved, and move it to the very beginning of the sentence to act as the subject. To be loved is her dream. This structure sounds more formal, poetic, or academic. Let's try another long one. To be given an opportunity to succeed is his deepest wish. Or we can flip it back. His deepest wish is to be given an opportunity to succeed. Both are correct, but placing the passive infinitive at the start gives your English a very sophisticated, formal feeling. How do we make these sentences negative? It depends on which part of the meaning you want to negative. Sometimes we place not directly before the infinitive. I hope not to be chosen. This sounds much better than I don't hope to be chosen. However, with verbs like, we usually negate the main verb. They don't like to be played with. Saying they like not to be played with sounds awkward and unnatural. So you must decide, are you negating the feeling, don't like, or the outcome, hope not to be? Finally, a quick note on variations. You will often hear native speakers use get instead of be. The car needs to be fixed, standard. The car needs to get fixed, informal. Both are acceptable, but to be is safer for formal writing and exams, while to get is very common in casual conversation. To summarize, use a passive infinitive when the subject of your sentence is receiving the action. The formula is to be plus past participle. Try to write 3 sentences about things that need to be done in your house this week in the comments below. If this lesson helped clarify passive infinitives for you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more advanced grammar lessons. See you next time!